Hey guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the blocks folder in Shopify. So guys, whenever you open the Shopify code editor, you see several folders like layout, templates, sections, snippets, config, assets, and locales. But now, Shopify has added a new folder called blocks. Now the big question is, how do we actually use this blocks folder? Whenever you add a new theme to your store, the blocks folder is completely empty, no files inside. So how do we make use of it? And how can we implement it while building our own custom sections? That's exactly what we'll explore in this video. Let's get started. So, whenever we create a section or work with any of Shopify's inbuilt sections, like featured collection, those come with their own block settings. But when we create custom sections, we also define custom blocks inside them. For example, I created a section here where I added a few blocks like an image picker, text, a range input, and so on. Now here's the limitation. These block settings only work inside that specific section. So if I created a text block called name in one section, I can't reuse that same block in a different section, like the featured collection or product section. But here's where the blocks folder comes in. If you create a block inside the blocks folder, that block becomes reusable across multiple sections. You don't need to recreate the same settings again and again. That's a huge advantage. Now let's see this in action and do it practically. We'll look at how different blocks inside the blocks folder can be used either within the same section or across different sections. So guys, whenever we create a custom section, we usually define all its settings, including its block settings, within that section itself. That means we define the block schema and write the loop logic for the blocks right there in the section file. But this time, the section we're about to create will pull its content directly from the blocks folder. We'll see how to create the blocks folder if it doesn't exist, how to add block files inside it, how to write the code inside those block files, and most importantly, how to render that content inside a section using Liquid. We'll cover all of it step by step. So guys, let's start by creating a simple custom section first. First, we'll create a small custom section. Let's name it GRT New Facts. When you create a new section, Shopify gives you a small default schema where you can define your section's preset and add blocks. Now, to include content from the blocks folder inside your section, you have to add a block with type at theme, then add another block with type app. These two lines are essential whenever you're pulling content from the blocks folder. Once that's done, go ahead and create a new block inside the blocks folder. Let's name it GRT New Block. Inside this block, you'll define its settings, a simple text field for a title. Give it a label, an ID like title, and define its type. Then, add a preset with a name so Shopify knows how to render it. Now let's write the code. Inside the block file, create a simple and render the block's content using block.settings.title. Add some styling like page width, and you're good to go. So guys, once the code for our blocks is ready, we need to render those blocks inside our section. Now here's something important to understand. Whenever you use a theme inside the block schema, all the blocks created inside your blocks folder will automatically become available inside that section. But here's the thing, just rendering the blocks doesn't mean their content will be visible. For example, let me show you this. Let's say I add a section. Our section is called GRTSEC. You'll notice that we can now add blocks inside it. You'll see two options here. One is a review block and the other is a title block. The review block is already showing up because I had added it earlier, and the title block is the one we just created together. Now, if I enter some content in this title block like GR Trading and try to preview it, you'll see that nothing prints on the front end. Why? Because we haven't yet rendered the content of the block. What we've done so far is just rendered the schema template using @theme. That means we've loaded the block templates inside the section, but we haven't actually printed their content yet. Now, let me show you what happens if I remove the entire @theme from this section. I'll refresh the page, and as you can see, our section GRTSEC is still showing, but all the blocks are now gone. They're no longer available. That's why using @theme is necessary whenever you're adding blocks via the blocks folder, because it tells the theme to pull in all block templates from that folder. Let's refresh it again after adding back the @theme, and now you'll see the title block appears again. And if I add it one more time, we'll now have 2 blocks rendered properly. So, whenever you're using content from the blocks folder, always include a theme in your block schema. Now let's talk about how to render the blocks content inside the section. Normally, when you render a snippet or a section, you just use render file name or section file name. But when you're rendering blocks from the blocks folder, inside a section, you have to use content_for_blocks. Once you use this, all the content you've added in the blocks will get printed inside your section. Let me show you. If I refresh the page now, you'll see that our text, GR Trading, is now printing on the page. Let's style it a bit, say, set the font size to 30 pixels. Now it's properly styled and clearly visible as a title. So guys, this content you're seeing here was added through a block in the blocks folder, and we were able to render and display it inside our section using content_for_blocks. You can add as many blocks as you want, another title block, maybe an image block, and whatever you write there will be displayed in your section just like this. This is how the blocks folder works inside a Shopify theme, by letting you create reusable content blocks that can be rendered inside any section. So if you'd like me to show you how to build a review section, just like we did here with the title block, using only the blocks folder approach, let me know in the comments. We'll create that section and make a full tutorial on it very soon. That's it for today's video, guys. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.